you guys for being here.
Oh, thank you. What is the noise again? Quack, 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 quack. Gang, 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 gang.
Listen, y'all are out here trying to make fun of these people, but I am one more rent hike and mass tech layoff from learning the craft. As I've said before, I fight to limit the amount of time that I spend on TikTok. Frankly, I have to consume it in bite-sized pieces because I haven't recovered from what Facebook did to my brain like 15 years ago. And I've been online for a very, very long time. I don't want to say my entire life because I don't like how that sounds. Because honestly, that's giving iPad kid energy, and I was never that. I was a leapfrog kid, all right? We'll put it that way. Dude, a leapfrog leap pad was everything. That all being said, it's like I've been online for enough time to at least feel like I've seen everything. I thought I had. I was super online during the 2010s where it kind of felt like anything went. I'm from the blackface, it's okay to say the N-word video essays kind of era. You know what I'm saying? You can't scare me, TikTok. I've been through enough. I'm from the period of time where we were still fighting with people about saying the N-word to us at our face in high school because some white dude online made a video essay saying it was okay. I'm from the time of debating people that blackface is racist. I'm from the 1920s. But I'll admit, the NPC TikTok lives were totally new to me. I did not know that existed. Was I super duper shocked by it? Not really. It seems like something that fits nicely into like the gaming anime world. But you know, I'm a big believer that if you don't understand something, it probably just wasn't made for you. You're not the target audience of everything. I'm not the target audience for everything. But there's multiplicities to my feelings about these things, obviously, because this has to be a 10-minute plus video. So I'm gonna speak about, I guess, 3 parts. The first thing is maybe more generally applied to like online spicy content in general. The saying that you wouldn't do it and the need for attention kind of arguments. And then lastly, why this specific NPC thing might be a little spooky. I'm gonna be using the word smash work instead of SX work because I don't know, man. This website is a mud thing. I don't know what's going on. A big part of my videos all the time is always gonna be that we can hold multiple truths. Now, I don't mean to sound cynical, but this is the internet. I think seeing weird things online builds character. Not to project my own trauma onto everyone, but let's be real. If you were a teen or tween online in the 2010s, the Omegle days, AOL, MSN, you saw some horrifying things. And you're doing okay. But one of the takes that annoys me the most, it gets my kettle boiling, is the people who spring up out the woodwork to say, I wish I didn't have morals so I could do this kind of stuff too, when they find out how much the people who do this NPC kind of content are making off of their TikTok lives. Y'all are reminded about spicy content and start donning them high horses, your low ponies. Get off the high horse and back onto the ground or beneath the ground where you really belong. And hear what I'm about to say. I will not have it, all right? This is not all aboard the toxic gossip train. We're only gonna leave one person on that train. First of all, stop, all right? Half of y'all are doing exactly what they're doing. You just do it for free. Careful on Sundays, you know what I mean? Because notice, when me, you, and the NPC girlies walk into church, everybody sets on fire. We're all burning in here. Lightning starts flashing from the sky every time all of us step into church. All right, shush, everybody's doing nasty shit. Some of us are just making money doing it, all right? Entrepreneurs, girl bosses. We always want to say it's immoral, but what's so immoral about it? Have we not gotten to that point yet where we've stopped attaching morals to our work? In the Lord's year of 2023, girl, relax. We're just making money to pay the rent and eat food. That's it. When we are talking about morality tied to the amount of money you make, we are talking about the billionaires, not the e-girls. We're eating the rich, not the hoes. Also, not to be shady, but let's be real, all right? It is not morals that's holding you back from doing this type of work. This type of work is really difficult. I feel very confident in saying that it is a lot easier to go to university, get your little degree, and get an office job than it is to become a famous millionaire e-girl. Because it's literally starting a business. It's literally being an influencer. Remember, the people that we see online that go viral are a vastly overrepresented minority of people who do this work. The likelihood of you making it in that industry are the same as becoming a famous actor or influencer across any industry. Office buildings are full to the brim with corporate baddies who would never make it in this space. Obviously, we all know the implications of working in the field. So if you just don't want to do it because of that and you know how tough it's gonna be, sure. But don't act like it's a moral issue, all right?
It's a skill issue.
Smash work isn't objectively immoral. You might have your personal feelings, probably linked to purity culture, misogyny, and religion, that inform the way you think that smash has to be done, but that's not an objective truth. That's your feelings about it. It's not objectively bad to use your body to garner attention and make money. Plus, I feel like we only seem to care when women do it, using their body for money, but not when other people try to garner attention online. Like, it's not as bad as we think it is to want attention. I think it's a lot of us that are always trying to draw this line in the sand between us and people who do this type of content. But I think what we're all gonna very quickly realize is that trying to draw that line in the sand is totally useless. We are all on the same side, because the issue that most people have with this type of work is misogyny. Have you ever noticed that women all across the board, when it comes to working, whether they're just a corporate baddie, whether they're a gym girly, whether they actually do smash work, all have very similar stories of like harassment and stalking? Isn't it interesting that it almost doesn't matter if you end up in that line of work because you're still gonna have those experiences? Isn't that interesting how that happens? And you know why? Because it actually doesn't matter what you do as a woman, because the issue is misogyny. So whether or not you want to take up that line of work, you're always gonna lose. You're trying to draw that line in the sand between you and them to create this kind of difference between how you're gonna get treated versus they're gonna get treated, and why you deserve respect from these type of men and they don't. But you're gonna learn a hard truth real quickly, is that you're not gonna have the respect of a lot of these dudes either. She said, preach, mamas. It doesn't matter if you're sitting there trying to pop individual kernels of popcorn with a straightener. You're still gonna have those awful negative experiences within a misogynistic patriarchy, because you know what? You're a woman in a misogynistic patriarchy. It doesn't serve you as a woman whether or not you actually partake in spice work to be anti-spice work, because ultimately any society that can learn to respect spice workers are going to learn how to respect all women. That's just the straight up truth. Everybody is gonna be safer if all of us are safer. You know what I mean? Some of us can't get free if all of us ain't free. How many times we gotta tell y'all that? Is it even possible to morally earn a living in late stage capitalism? I don't know, man. Jury's out. But I think we would all do a lot better to just remove that morality argument from it and just realize that, like, it's work, all right? All of us are using our body for money all the time. Like, how can you be anti-smash work but pro NFL? Like, who's using their body for work more than athletes? Which brings me to the next point of only doing it for attention. That's a really actually good point, because no one on the internet has ever done anything before for the sole purpose of garnering attention or views or money. That is totally new, and no one online has ever done that. The issue with doing this specific thing is just that we've decided that, like, spice work and using your body and taking part in this act a lot with a lot of people is immoral. Thus, everything they do we're gonna find issue with. But I mean, lots of people come online and flex their wealth all the time. Like, what's the big difference if someone comes online and says, how I made 6 figures in a month drop shipping? Sounds to me like someone using their wealth to garner attention and more money on the internet. But because we've kind of decided, oh, working hard in business is moral and good, we're willing to let them do that for attention. Is it because it's mostly men? And like I said, everything I said up until this point is more general when it comes to just this type of content online, not specific to the NPC, but this point is specific to the NPCs. Now, there is a darker side of it that's hard to ignore. So the most famous one is pinkydoll, who's from Quebec, who's been accused of age baiting, which is essentially telling people that you are younger than you are to kind of maintain the fantasy of you being young or barely legal. It is believed that on her account, she says that she's 19, but in real life, allegedly, she's 27. And the thing about age baiting is that obviously it's meant to fulfill the fantasy, the barely legal fantasy. And as pro smash work as I am, I'm very okay with kink shaming. I definitely believe that there are some kinks that it is okay that we shame. To me, anything that involves the barely legal, anything that involves potentially making some kind of fetish or kink of being young, I'm gonna back out of that one. The barely legal is appealing to a certain crowd that is just trying to find a loophole, and the worst loophole you could be trying to find. I believe that everyone on here can have a cool, fun, sexy time without the barely legal stuff, which might seem hypocritical to what I was saying before about detaching morality from this, but Shut up. Obviously, I'm making a very general statement of detaching morality from what you do for work. That doesn't mean that we can't also acknowledge that, yes, sometimes you can do less moral things for money. Look at that. I'm already learning and growing from what I said probably about 7 or 8 minutes ago. You know, like maybe it can all be true. It can all be true. There can be multiple truths. Detach morality, but also there are degrees of morality. There are less moral things that you can do. That's my stance. It's yin and yang, baby. There's a good and the bad and the good. It's all crazy out here. So what is the point of this video and what is the wrap up? If you really think about it, TikTok lives are kind of just like a PC 4chan. And that is the video. Me and my hair straightener that has no popcorn in it right now would like to thank you for watching. If you have any strong feelings about the NPC and the e-girls and the e-beggars, let me know how you feel about it. I would love to hear your feelings on it because I know it's kind of a divisive topic, so I'm interested. If you've made it all the way to the end, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.